for a special treat. It's going to be Marky Mark.
We're checking a new,
Yeah, it works.
I told Don, I really don't need to be heard over in, Orchid Land, but thank you if you would adjust that so that I don't blast people out. We're doing a new wireless. I'm so inspired by Reverend Libby. You can actually go out here and go like, hi, what are we doing here? I like that, because I used to hide behind the podium most of the time. But I've definitely taken the bushel off the top of my head and got the light shining. So I'd like to start in an interesting place. I'd like you all to close your eyes for just a moment, and I want you to hear my Kool-Aid that I hear every morning. So I want you to all close your eyes and listen to this with your ears. This apple thing won't work. You ready? Close your eyes and listen. I have no idea what they're saying, but I get it. I have no idea what they're saying, but I listen to that almost every morning. It just returns me to remembering I'm a minister, luckily enough to be, not really lucky enough, it's consciousness, to live in Hawaii. And I honor the natives here, or the natives, the local people, and the Hawaiians. So also I'd like you to close your eyes just once again, because I think going within is the way to do it. You can look at me all day long, I'm just somebody up here animating spirit. What I would like you to do is close your eyes and listen to this from Unity. This Unity is our sister, and she's very wise. And so listen to this, that James Dillett Freeman, who is the Unity Poet Laureate. And so close your eyes for a moment. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God is within us. Wherever we go, God is all around us. You may open your eyes.
Mark, that's the translation for your chant. Really, it's pretty close.
Was it close to that?
Yeah, pretty close.
That's amazing, because I didn't even know that. There's something about that really hits me every time they do it. And today's wonderful thing was that I thought it was so appropriate on Sunday for the CSL, what this center's about, and I'm just going to read it from Unity. I'll get their stuff too. And it says, I give and receive light and love. I am grateful for my spiritual support system, the center, the people and practices that reinforce my spiritual understanding. Prayer is an integral part of that system. I take time each day to quiet my thoughts, speak prayerful words, or simply be. I am part of something greater than myself. Keeping this truth in my heart prepares me for any seeming challenge in my life. Knowing that God and I are one gives me strength. I build upon my support system by reaching out to people, forming relationships, joining prayer partners, and attending center services. In this way, I bolster my sense of belonging. I find inspiration to live my purpose. I also become a part of a support system of others. I give and receive light and love. And from the Bible, for all you biblical people, while you have the light, believe in the light, so that you may become children of the light. To me, that was perfect for today. And first thing I'm going to say is, I am going against everything that I know. I would say, and you'll know this, Anita Richelieu's hair is on fire.
Sorry.
Because ministers don't wear shorts. Get it? I like it. I love them. I love it. I love shorts. And I'm like, why do I have to wear long pants? And that's what, but it was the old, you know, I call it, they're the millennials, who I'm still kind of figuring out. And then there's Generation X, which who I really relate to. And then there's the baby boomers, and then I call the Neanderthals. I have no idea. But they had these things that were really like older that I couldn't figure out why I had to wear long pants, especially in Hawaii. And I like Reverend Kathy. She's so brilliant. She says to me, that robe looked really good, but don't ever wear those shoes again. I had some shoes on. She said, wear your Jesus flippers. That's what everybody's wearing. I thought, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So this is the new look, and Jolene inspired the hair. I don't know where she is. She's not here today. I thought, I love her hair. It's like she's so free looking. I was like, I want to do that. And I talked to my barber, and he said, you're going to have like 3 hairs up there. I said, well, at least they're all going the same right direction. They're going towards where I get information from, so it's fine. It's like antenna is getting in the light. I had a realization that I want to share with you. This morning, as I was shaving to come here, yes, that's part of my minister thing, make sure the whiskers are on. As I was shaving, I looked in the mirror, and I don't know about most of you, if you look in the mirror, you're sometimes, what we were just talking about, I avoid the mirror, because I'm like, who's that old guy? What's he doing? Oh my God, it's me. When did that happen? What happened to me? So I was looking in the mirror, and I thought about it. I had a realization. I am a Generation X person inside of a baby boomer body. I relate to the Generation X people. I had some people at the farm yesterday that I did a tour with of the farm and all the things we're doing, and they're back there. It's so wonderful. I relate to them. And Generation X are about keep it real. And I kept thinking, I love the Generation X people. Of course, I love baby boomers too. The millennials, I'm kind of, you know, we had a wonderful kid from Church on the Shore Foundation come in here earlier when Destiny and I were working, but I couldn't keep talk with him because it was kind of like his attention span was about 30 seconds. And I kept thinking, I don't know how to tell you. He said, what's this church about? And then he went. I'm like, I don't know. I'm still working on not Generation X, but the other ones. The millennials, I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but it's fine. I got a new bumper sticker from a friend of mine that I just love for the state of Hawaii. It says, love wins, no hate in our state.
Yay. Yay.
I love that. I thought, yeah. If you don't know my car, it's the one that usually has 14 bumper stickers on it, starting with Real Men Meditate, and it goes on from there, and Heaven on Earth. And Ryan said if you put another bumper sticker on there, they're not even going to see your taillights. But anyway.
Put it on the back window, that's why I put mine.
That's what I have that up there too. That's got pastor, like that means something. But, so today's talk is really about open communication. So what's open communication? What is open communication? Do you just like tell everybody everything you feel and just, you know, just blah on everybody? No, that's not what open communication is. Open communication is something I've been practicing for years. As my beloved mother, who's passed on, said to me, when God was handing out diplomacy, you were behind the door. You did not get tact or diplomacy. Because diplomacy was not telling the truth. And I'm from Indiana, and we don't usually lie unless I can even think of a situation to lie. But And maybe if I was getting stabbed, I don't know. Maybe I'd say, I'm a woman, don't stab me, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. The thing of it is, to me, open communication, there are two kinds of communication that I have, that this has been downloaded from the Holy Spirit. That's what you're hearing. I didn't write this all down. I used to do what Kathy does, write down everything, and then change it 45 times, and then write down another time, and then I got up there and couldn't remember what it was half the time. So, but I never let the talk title inhibit the Holy Spirit. You know, I just always like, you're getting what you get. So, open communication for two types. There's direct communication, and then there's indirect communication. And here's what the direct communication goes down this line. You say something directly to somebody, no matter what they may think or what you think, you just say it out loud, and it leads to authenticity, which leads to resolution of whatever problem you're thinking about, and it also leads to personal freedom, because you've stated how you believe, and that's okay. And if you don't like what you're believing, get with a practitioner. We'll work with you and see if we can turn those around. Now, there's indirect communication. And indirect communication is something that I see people do, but it really messes up all the time. And here's what it leads to: gossip. And gossip is when you're talking about other people thinking that they're not in the room. And then you can get all these people that'll agree with you on it so that you get to be right. But you know what? The person you're gossiping about doesn't give a hoot what you think. They're doing what they need to do, and that's it. And what it leads to, gossip leads to this: lots of friends coming around and validating your limited belief systems. They're like, that's right, she's just awful and she talks terrible. And what I notice is you don't look very happy when you do that. You're right, you're not very happy. So what does that do? That validates your old belief systems. But this is a new thought center for spiritual living. You like the new poster here?
Yes.
Okay, that's a little gift from me to you. Because I need it, because I need to wake up, wake up. So I looked at it and thought, and of course I thought of Kathy when I'm wearing it, because it's purple. And we're like purple people. We're the purple people eaters? No, I don't think we're that. Anyway. So, what the old when you go on that one thing of gossiping, okay, it doesn't feel good. In your heart, you know it's not right. And if you realize that it's all oneness, who are you talking about anyway? Yourself. My best teacher of this whole thing that got me into this, Dr. Terry Cole Whitaker, she wrote a book that I love. It's called What You Think It Means, None of My Business. And literally, that is literally true. When you see somebody going like this, they're talking about themselves. 30 years of psychotherapy, I'm going to tell you, they're talking about themselves. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally, because then you're both in the boat, you're going to sink. And so what is the cure for gossip? Forgiveness. That is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Now you may have to start with the person, because they may look like something you don't like in your reality. And when you do that, because we're all connected, it goes right back to you. They don't even know you're forgiven. They're like, you know, the example I have is that some of you, I'm awning my light body. I'm coming into my light body. For years, I didn't feel like I needed protection. My mother reinforced that, because I was a very sensitive young man. Very knew about things I shouldn't know. Somehow it bled through from when I came through. And anyway, she tried to protect me. And then that one saying, they just said, the power of God protects me. When I finally got that, I thought, I don't need to be protecting myself. God's taking care of me. And that's true of all of us. We just don't realize that God is protecting us at all times. We have the opportunity all the time to claim that and have that by just saying, God protects me. So this is a new light body. But I used to judge people that ate ice cream. Right here. Sitting at Baskin & Robbins with my cakey cup, and a woman comes in and orders like 14 scoops of Jamocha fudge. And she looks like she's eaten 100 of them. And I'm like going, no, no, don't do it, stop. And I would think, no, no, don't eat that ice cream. It'll just go straight to your thighs and you'll like go another inch out. And then I went, okay. What I realized is that she's having a good time eating that ice cream and I've got the judgment. She's like over there just like, you know, putting her face in the bowl. And I'm just like, oh my God, my worst thought, my worst thought. How many of you have that experience? You're like, no, don't do it, don't do it. Well, the truth of it is, it's the old you. That's the old you. When I got the forgiveness, I realized I let go of the weight. I didn't need to have it anymore. Because I didn't judge fat people anymore, because I realized they were just like me. They were real sensitive and didn't want people to get too close to them because it wasn't safe in their family or whatever it was. So forgiveness is the biggest thing I'm giving you today. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. It is the key to happiness. If you remember nothing that I said today, remember that. Remember that. Because it is the key to happiness. And if you can't forgive yourself, then forgive the person that's eating the banana split, okay? Because it doesn't, they don't care. They will continue to eat the banana split, and they'll be just as happy as you are when you finally give it up. And then you can have a banana split and not care. So I'm going to close today with the affirmation. Well, I got two things. The affirmation from the national organization, it's, I almost said Ken Wapnick. No, I don't think so. Our spiritual leader. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It says this: I celebrate the freedom of my own self-inflicted bondage. You get that? Self-inflicted bondage. This is for July 4th. I celebrate the freedom from my own self-inflicted bondage. I'm willing to become big enough to receive the blessings I've been asking for. I would say I'm willing to become open enough, not big enough, and I won't get no bigger. So, watch your words, watch your affirmations, and tone them to what you want, not what they say in the national thing. So I'm going to close with Ernest Holmes, because I think he is one of the most brilliant people on the planet. And I just wanted to tell you, the infomercials are always there. Anyway, it just came up in my head. The Road to Abundant Living is a book club. Think of Oprah Winfrey only in Kapoho. We're going to do a book club about the Royal Road to Abundant Living, and what it's really about is Dr. Charles Barker, what's this, Raymond Charles Barker and Ernest Holmes did this book called The Road to Abundant Living. And I started reading thinking, wow, this is incredible insights that are so good. So I thought, I'm just buying every book. I went to Amazon and bought 10 books. Ryan's like, what are you doing? I said, I want them to have the books and I don't want any excuses. I want them to have the books so that they can go over it, because it's a 31-day thing. And so what I want to do is have them come to the farm every week or every other week, whatever we decide, and then discuss what we've been discussing, what we've had as our experiences for how this has been applied in our life and how it works. Now, if you know me, I don't do free classes. I just don't. The truth of it is, I ask the Holy Spirit for what people can afford. Because I don't need the money, but I like that you have to give to receive. It's just the way it works. So it is $111.11. Lonnie says to me, where did you get that number? I said, I have no idea. It just said to me, this is what you charge. It is a closed class. Also, the other class is the exact same price because it just came coming. It's 1111. I don't know what that means. Anyway, she said, it's something. She tells me all these great esoteric meanings, 1111. I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, so it will be more of a book club kind of thing. The class coming up tomorrow night, just a little preview, it's not much books. There's hardly any books in it at all. I have two wonderful assistants. One is right here recording me, hopefully. It looks like, I think, but not what everybody thinks, but it doesn't matter anyway. But Adam Lightclave will be there. He is probably one, he doesn't like people to focus on him, but I'm going to just out you right here. He is one of the, probably, the best rebirther I know on this island. And he's like hidden for so long. He's also one of the funniest people I've ever seen. He has got the best sense of humor that makes me laugh. And when you're rebirthing people and seeing all their thought systems come up and go through and come out and go out, then I need a little humor there. So I invited him to be my assistant. The other person that's going to be assisting us is someone named Joshua Kingsbury. Joshua Kingsbury is a light being. He does something called Bowen therapy. And if you've never had it, it's not the weirdest stuff I've ever seen, but we've all been weird. Have we been weird here? This is like body work by a light worker that shifts the emotional, physical, and all this body stuff. And he also is trained, as I am too, in access consciousness, which is another new world thing. Oh, time. Thank you very much. So, last thought, Ernest Holmes. I believe in a direct communication between spirit and the individual. The universal personifying itself through each and all. This is a beautiful, a logical, and an unavoidable conclusion. This makes of a human being a divine being, a personification of the spirit. But if we are divine beings, why is it that we are so limited and forlorn, so poor, miserable, and unhappy? The answer is that we are ignorant of our own nature. And ignorance of the law excuses no one from its effects. Thank you.
He was out of here so fast. Caught me off guard. Usually I'm back there going.
Me this time.
That's good.
Okay, so now it's time for conscious giving. So would our musicians please come back up? And would you take your tithe out and put it in your hands? Oh, could I have some ushers? Thank you. Right. So, just repeat after me with your tithe in your hand, or the energy of your tithe in your hand. Divine love, in and through me, blesses and multiplies, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Okay. And so it is. And so it is.
We do a song we did a couple weeks ago when we were here, and one of the last times. So this is okay. It's okay. I think you can wear shorts as a minister. I think you can get up and dance or clap, whatever you like. So let's try this out.
send a real thanks to these two real light beings. They're going back to Bodega Bay, and they're going back to Bodega Bay, but I've told them they have a permanent passport to come to Hawaii anytime. We love them. She's become the first share of my life. If you haven't gotten her book, it's amazing. Truly amazing. It'll open your heart. It may make you cry a lot because she's really connected to the One. Very much. Thank you so much. She, all you have to do is let it just plop open, and it's exactly what you need to hear. I'm like, cool.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, John and Sharon. Okay, so let's just close our eyes and bless prosperity. Okay. Thank you so much for all that we are given in our lives. And we are given absolutely everything. Everything that we have ever needed has always been there for us, always. And I know that as we give, more comes back to us. And I know that this is the truth, because this is the promise. And the promise is that when we come here into this existence, everything that we shall ever need or ever want will be there for us. If it exists, it can exist in our world, in our lives. If you can see it, if you can think it, if you can imagine it, it's there for you. And so I know that this there for you is in this basket right now. And this basket represents our giving out to our community and to our world and to the universe, and that it will all come back to us. And for this, I give thanks. I release my word when it's already so, and so it is.
So it is.